What's up? I'm Gross. Welcome. It's been a long journey, but we're finally here for season 2, episode 1 of Link Click. Also, I just noticed there's 2 episodes, so they just kind of screwed up my schedule because I don't have time to do both. So I'm only getting one right now. Anyways, very excited. We had massive cliffhangers and things going on last season, which is fucking wild, and I'm thrilled to kind of see how they plan to kind of present this and really change, I guess, kind of what they did. The formula seems to be changing rather this season, where I don't think we can do as many focused jobs and experience different stories from different people and aspects of life and kind of learn lessons and things regarding that. And I think it's more so just going to be very story focused on like possibly working within changing nodes and the consequences and things that can happen there. But I think we'll also get some backstory, some understanding of where these powers and everything were developed from, and maybe some more in-depth reasons for what's going on with the characters themselves. I'm really curious how all of our characters are going to kind of react to this, our main two specifically, after what just fucking happened with Lu Guang, and hope that all goes well. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming he's gone, right? Like, unless they're going to pull some shit and you can go back and save him, which I don't know if I'm going to like that, to be honest. I think I'd much rather thus go this route and kind of remove him from the picture at this point. I think that would be a more fun route for us to head, just because it feels so unpredictable, you know, like what the fuck's going to happen now? And it's like, oh, not everything can always end happily, right? And we already knew that getting into this kind of business. So, and what exactly are we going to do without a guiding voice if we ever have to go back there and do stuff? I feel like this could be really cool. A lot of stuff I'm really excited for. Hopefully it kind of comes true. Hopefully we have some fun things here, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I don't know. First season was phenomenal, so I'm just expecting great things still here. If you like it all, hit the like and subscribe. They do really mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion and leave any comments about this episode or this series. Let's get going though. Link Click Season 2, Episode 1. Also, for everybody who mentioned it or brought it up after during the other reactions, I have not watched any trailer. I have not watched any of the OPs or the EDs. I've been saying, fuck it, we're going straight in like this, and I think it'll be more fun. Are we just gonna get a big recap here? I know. I think you tried to. Oh, that's fucking cool. That's such a cool style. Yeah, rapidly. What will happen to everyone else if it can, though? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Thought you were saying something else there. Bro, what the fuck is this? My man's drowning, dude. Oh. That was fucking dope, bro. What the fuck is this? Huh? What was that? That changed the style completely on us. So we're just gonna pick up where we left off. Perfect. Thank you. We need to see this conversation. We need her to snap out of those two, and I want to see how she acts. Yeah, we know that. Using this to gain all your information. I'm not gonna save you this time, buddy. Oh, I don't even think about that as a case. Huh? Yeah, just give me the things I want. Regain. Give me all your details. We have an idea. Yeah, you start by clapping. We know that. Yep. Gotcha. Yeah, because you wouldn't know any of that
我
stuff.
劝你最好别撒谎。
I'll see you right there, you buddy.
我的能力是将自己传送到脑海中想去的任何地方，
There's no limit.
但传送距离跟我的思维聚焦程度有关，
Ah.
所以需要一个封闭的环境，才能游刃有余的和你周旋。
Which is why we always locked ourselves in that room.
看来你对之前作弊的事没有深刻反省。还要再给你一个惩罚。
I thought we weren't gonna call the cops, buddy, and then you did, so don't fuck with me again.
啊！
Oh.
你的能力也和照片有关吧？
These are all things I never even thought would happen or could happen.
房间和现在最大的区别就是贴满了照片。
It was.
看来猜对了，有趣的能力。
比如擒拿手
He's
腕，
been so relevant for being a part of a .5 episode. That's all I'm saying.
还是会给对方留下活动的空间。小石，你攻过来试试。
All right.
你越是怕，越拉开距离，反而给对方提供了
Like a straight reenactment almost.
不得已的情况下，
Oh my
唯有悬空而
god.
上。
No, 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 no. I couldn't tell if that shadow we were seeing was just the cops or somebody else is in the building. Oh, perfect. Oh. We're dealing with a very skilled individual here. She's gonna wake up, she's gonna have blood all over her, see Buddy dead, not know what the fuck's happening. Yeah, this is what I was excited for. And they're on time too because somebody's coming into them. Go out there and just tell them everything's alright, handle it else another time. Fuck, oh, and then he has it too. I thought we were gonna clear everything up. What is his play?
怎么样？
Yeah. I'm so excited for her. Like, I feel like we're gonna get development from her. Because there's gonna be the... that's what I'm really hoping for.
说的都是事
You
实。
can still clap like this too, that's so funny.
是那个自称朋友的人，他能控制别人行凶。
Yeah, that doesn't sound... Sounds crazy, doesn't it?
哪个朋友？
I don't
还有
know.
同伙没有交代。
I...
不光是我最好的朋友，他控制了鞍马跳桥。你为什么会在现场？
You were at the scene the whole time, yeah. Everything you say looks bad.
你在这里编故
Yeah
会浪费时间。
Brother...
那个房间里就你们仨，凶器在你手上，而且你也说了，那姑娘是无。
So, by elimination, you know... Nobody understands your... What can you
不能
do?
帮忙联系到校队，我要跟他解释。
Yeah, I feel like that's the one that you have to explain it to.
那要不你给校队打个电话？
Everyone's in a fucking panic right now, dude. Oh no.
出战役准备。3、
Can we save brother? It sucks to see it, but fuck am I happy they did not save him. Damn am I happy. We are going a fun route right now.
他只要人没死，就别来烦我了。哎呦，怎么了？出事了？刘明那个臭小子又惹事了。你去看看。
我刚健完身，
Who the fuck are you?
这谢天谢地了。刘潇
Younger
长该回
brother.
国了吧？哎呀，不聊他
As
们了。
in the blonde guy and this guy now? Yeah, aren't you fancy, buddy? Yeah? Who the fuck are you? He's got the yellow eyes, dude.
刘明又进医院了。
Yeah, he gives me villain vibes instantly, huh? Alright, what the fuck is happening?
给你点了外卖。
Oh, I thought it was the officer, the detective guy.
方的情况现在怎么样了？
Ooh, he died.
抢救无效，走了。
So, will we play at some point in the season with... I've talked about it before, how I think they'll play with the nodes and stuff. Will we play with one where we go back and we try and protect Lu Gong from dying? I definitely can see that being a route. I don't know if I want to go that way, though, but I definitely can see it.
靠池子里，晚点我一起醒。哎，你又调皮了是不是？回来，坐好。
Memories come flooding back.
没
Yeah,
来得及看。哎，调半天姿势了。
all hits at once.
回去，我能回去，让一切重新来过。
Yeah.
照片，只要找到照片，我就能救陆光。
孙小石，你要找的人来了。
小队让我来接你。
Letting bro leave? We're not even gonna just come visit him? Damn, completely like not detained or anything. Just a free man?
帮我接一下。
I wanna crash the fucking car.
哎，陈斌，你今天几点回来啊？你女儿这几天闹腾的可厉害了。
Oh, Buddy's not coming back, is
回
he?
不去了，案子还没办完呢。
We're about to tap into Buddy and crash the car, aren't we?
想到陈警官已经有孩子了呀？
也算是吧。
Kind
这张
of.
照片是什么时候拍的？
Oh, of course.
哦，前年我们领证那天拍的。
Not useful.
哦，没事。
唉，
What are you gonna use this picture for? It's 2 years.
如果能回到2年前，就有可能让一切改变。
How so? Am I misunderstanding? Like, what? He would just find clues, I guess, right?
照变了，
Yeah, don't fuck around.
不问
Yep.
将来。
Words of, to fucking live by here, dude. Just let it be.
陈警官，手机还你。
Good.
穿成这样去见陆光吧。
Is it the, is it the one we saw him in the key visual?
谢谢陈警官。
Looked fire, and the black one. So we need our whole squad in there to look good as fuck. No, it's not.
怎么样？
We need the coat, bro.
好了吗？
I didn't even get to see him and he broke. He hasn't even opened his eyes yet and he's broken, dude. Huh? What?
陆光，你怎么还活着？
弱智，让你失望了。
What?
我不是这个意思，
What?
出去。
Now I'm upset. Hold on. What?
是说抢救无效吗？
我故意让同事对外散假消息，混淆视听。
Oh my god.
抢救无效的那个是刘民，他凌晨在审讯室里用手铐勒自己脖子，企图自杀。
We did see that. So all this was him.
再来一次。
That's a great switch. Listen, I'm still not happy we're going this route, but that's a great switch. It's so stupid.
为什么连我都要隐瞒呢？
上头叫我保守秘密，
We have to, yeah, just doing our job.
我在车上还特地问你情况都了解了没？你点点头，我以为他们跟你交代了实情啊。
哎呦，陈
He
警
just
官，
figured what you said was
以
the
后咱聊
truth.
天能不能打开天窗说亮话？
刘民这离奇的自杀也有可能是他干的。
什么？
Yeah,
抢救无效？
absolutely.
死也就算了，
所以他的私人物品都被扣下了。
Mm.
我现在正在想办法
Yeah, they have to investigate all of this shit now.
弄回来。
不是能不能，而是必须不惜一切代价，把他那台手机给我抢回来。
要锁定
What is in that
目
phone?
前只能靠刘民。
You can't touch the phone, but if you use the bag, it'll work.
这不是陈警官的手机吗？
陈斌，走了。
小队
Um.
我跟你一起去。
Oh no.
我还是陪着你和陆光吧。
The squad's moving, bro. Holy fuck. That's him, right? Yep. Observing them on the computer. What exactly is her role here gonna be? Passing through with all the photos. Uncovering the secrets. Lads, we are so back for this. We are. It was a wonderful, wonderful start. Like it never left, you know, like it never ended. And it leaves my head filled with many thoughts and hopes and dreams and some disappointments, as I expressed throughout the episode. But they're more of disappointments on my end because of the way I like to see certain stories personally developed, right? And not necessarily not necessarily reasons for, I guess, the story going to turn out bad or something if this happens, right? That first one specifically being Lu Guang being alive, have my issues, right? I've stated before, I'm very much on the camp of like, I hate bringing people back. And while we didn't necessarily bring him back because he didn't just die, but I hate like the let's act like we killed somebody off and then not, and then everything's okay. Like I love killing people off and then having characters, not necessarily using it as a tool to develop a character, because a lot of people tend to have issues with that. I personally don't. I personally actually think sometimes having people die is necessary to develop characters, because it actually is things that happen in real life where people lose somebody and then they drastically have to change as a result. So I really don't think that, like some people like to say that's lazy writing. I really don't believe so. But even if you do believe that, I believe it allows us to change the story in different ways. We can go a complete different direction here where everything becomes a lot darker, where everybody is out trying to do things that they possibly can't do, possibly go back in time and fix things so that we can bring him back, but ultimately find out maybe we can't do that at the end of the day, while having these underlying things that these other people that we're trying to catch and stop and fix things and maybe go back and fix Emma and like all this stuff that happened, right? Lots of stuff that we can play around with, which I think makes that a lot more interesting and cool. Him being alive here doesn't ruin it, right? It definitely doesn't. I wonder if it restricts us in any way, if he's going to be kind of out of things for a little bit, specifically because he's probably hurt still as a result of this. But I'm honestly thinking that that might not be too much of the case. I'm thinking that we might just have to deal with the trauma of the other two, specifically being like, what the fuck happened? Like I witnessed this almost, or I was the one who did this, and then them trying to kind of have to deal with that over, which definitely can be a more fun route. But also, if we did do away with Lu Guang, it would probably cause issues specifically regarding going back in time and everything, because we don't have a guiding voice who actually knows the things that are occurring and stuff. So I think that might have caused some problems there, reasons why they went this direction instead. So there's positives to both sides, in my opinion. I still think I would have preferred the other way, because I love when shit kind of gets like dark and you have to really explore like the psychological stuff going on within a character and how it can really break them, and they have to kind of rebuild themselves in a way, and sometimes they can't because things get really, really bad. I think stuff like that's fun. It's okay though. I'm not mad the direction that they chose, I guess. I just preferred something else. The whole episode itself, great though. We had many scenes that I thought visually were great. They did a good job of changing up the styles, especially like when it hits us of like, oh fuck, like seeing visions almost of these people like dying, or seeing the vision of everybody kind of buddy laying on the ground with the blood like coming out of it and everything, you know what I mean? And just like not being able to see these two people together in different situations without like that kind of flaring up and noticing it. So such as like the trauma of this, or the psychological issue that can kind of come along with it, and this image being burned into him. I thought that was really cool. And they changed the style occasionally when stuff like that happened, and it was really, really cool. They did a good bait and switch with bringing him alive, but it's actually, you know, us thinking that he died, but it was actually I don't know his name, the blonde guy. Makes things more interesting. I mean, we already assumed, because we knew by the end of the last season he definitely wasn't the one involved. He was literally just being controlled by somebody, and they were kind of using him and his status and his name and stuff like that for whatever purpose of the things that they were trying to do. But him being the one who killed himself, even though it wasn't him who killed himself, and likely it ended up being whoever the actual villain in this whole situation is, the one who can kind of control people. His ability seems to be something we're controlling in present time, so it doesn't seem to be something that we're doing elsewhere, which is rather cool and interesting, and I'm excited to kind of see how they progress him. It definitely seems like it has to do with the family that we've kind of been introduced here, specifically through the blonde guy, and now his brother being introduced here. I wonder, and then like I think that was the dad being really weird, like with the things that he was kind of saying. So I don't necessarily believe that it's the brother, Like, I really don't, for whatever reason. I think like they're trying to lead you to believe that, but I think that they are being kind of controlled or contracted by somebody to kind of take on and be the face for these things that are happening. And there is somebody else that's kind of maybe within the family, maybe not, but somebody else who's kind of heading all these operations while kind of hiding a little bit in the shadows. So I'm curious to see who that might be and kind of the direction that they're taking. If that's not the case and it is just the brother, that'll be rather interesting, but I don't think that's the case. Also, I do wonder, we specifically saw him like he killed himself, right? But we know, I'm pretty sure it was still while he was being controlled. So like what happens? So when the guy controls him, it doesn't have any effect on him? Because that's always something I wondered, like if you get harmed or something happens, like is there a possibility you get like trapped or like you can have some sort of consequence that happens to you or your own body or something as a result? So he basically kills this guy while he's in his body. Like, does that affect him at all at any point? I don't actually know. Maybe right before he was gonna die or something, he just snaps out of it, like he just pops back to who he was. I wonder. The officer dying was something that I kind of expected. I didn't expect them to do it the way they did. But I definitely expected him to get taken over and die. I thought it was going to happen while we were in the car and he was just going to like crash it and die. Specifically because they brought up, oh yeah, make sure you come home and oh, I got a kid and all this, and like trying to build the emotional stakes in a way for what the character is, which immediately just raises death flags at that moment. So I'm not surprised that he's gone, but the way they went about it was really fucking dope. I love how the ED once again plays into the music of the ED plays into the end of the episode and then plays perfectly back into the visuals of the ED and stuff. Like they brilliantly did that every episode last season. So that's really something I'm happy about. But them swapping the phones and then immediately doing away with him like that is fucking crazy. And I'm very excited to see kind of how we're going to deal with this whole situation. Just going to skim back through and see if there's some things I want to talk about or things I missed. We get some nice recap. And this is what I meant by like shifting of the art style and the way that they were kind of doing things. It was really cool, a way of them reapproaching this situation, which I really liked. We get an OP, which is fucking cool, let me just say. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I don't like going through OPs and picking out things, really, because sometimes they actually put things in there that spoil them, and I really don't like doing that. To be honest, so I'm probably not. This intro thing, I don't know what the fuck this was when they did this, but it was fucking cool. Definitely threw me for a loop. This whole situation was something I was very excited about too, the confrontation we were going to get here. So specifically us trying to learn more about the powers, possible origins, exactly how they work, and kind of using that as like a tool for us to kind of understand and maybe when between like this war that we're kind of having. I don't really know, because we don't know this guy's goals or his reasons or what he's trying to do. Is he just like straight psychotic and he's trying to kill people? He has no reason for what he's doing, right? Or does he actually have like a higher purpose and things that he's trying to do, and this is all just that helps him with his plan? I don't know. I'm really interested in it. Really fun fighting and animation regarding that, and it looped perfectly into kind of what we learned from the guy from the 0.5 episode in the first season, which is really cool how they kind of like mirrored each other in the sequences a little bit, which I really liked. We get a fun situation. She kind of snaps out of it here and then immediately starts cluing in on what the fuck's happening when the cops come in, and he takes full control, even though he wasn't the one who did it, but he fully is like, yeah, it was me. This was something I was very excited about. I wanted to see her reaction to this whole situation. It wasn't as grand as I thought it was going to be, or like anything is bad, but I'm very interested in her. I specifically thought that we were going to kill Lu Guang because it was going to allow her to have a development of some sort, a motivation, a reason to do something, and something was going to happen within her. She'll become more useful for that reason is kind of what I was going to do. And I thought that we were going to get like a whole, I don't know, I had hopes that we were going to really develop her and make her useful, more than we kind of have, more than just being the person who brings a job to somebody and whatever the situation is, right? Like I was having hopes, and I still do. I still truly think that, especially after the ED, I mean, the ED might have just been something else completely different, but actually having her like observe as they're like moving on and like walking around this place and like trying to help them in some sort of way, it makes me hopeful that she will become more useful, which I hope, because it feels like she's kind of useless for what she does now. But I'm excited if that is the case. The questioning of police, it's a very difficult situation, because how the fuck are you supposed to explain it to people who don't even understand how these powers work? We get the whole bait and switch here of, oh yeah, he's dead, by the way, and our boy fucking Bin Chen over here is out of it, dude, because we'll get more introduced to him dying later on. this whole situation is just weird to me. I don't even know what the fuck they basically don't like the brother, it seems like, unless he died, and they're no, they have like a 2-man thing here. Cool ass fucking house though, let me just say. Buddy, I don't know what your beard's doing, but it looks kind of goofy to me. And then he looks like a straight villain in this situation, because why wouldn't he, right? They would of course show that type of frame. I thought this sequence was really cool, him getting the food and then him having like the memory almost of Lu Guang being like, oh, here's food, or like specifically saying like similar things in a way, and then him just kind of crying and completely being broken while eating it, but having all these memories flooded with him of different things and situations that have happened between the two, of all these memories. Ultimately, we end up taking him in, and this is where I got nervous. This is where we get the death flags immediately kind of pop up. This was weird to me, like why they just took him out without, he's not in handcuffs, he's not like detained in any sort of way, he's not like they didn't bring the cop to him directly. They were like, oh, we're gonna go to him. Like that was weird to me. Maybe it was just because they would like, they trust him so much based on like the other stuff that he did, that they were like, yeah, we can kind of break some rules for you because we know for a fact that what you're probably saying isn't a lie. I don't know if that's like the route, but I have no clue what the fuck they were doing here. Anyways, we get the whole backstory, which immediately gets you scared because you're like, oh, I know what's gonna happen, and then they immediately break us with him being alive, which is the stupidest shit. But it was hilarious because this is such a good bait, and us figuring out exactly him dying and trying to kill himself in that moment. That was really cool. And then we kind of end things off again with figuring out whatever the situation is here. We basically have to get the stuff from the brother. We have to get his phone because we can't let people find it, because I guess there's stuff on there that they don't want them to see, and a bunch of his possessions and stuff. So definitely involved in some sort of way. I mean, he was the one who used his body, I guess, in a way to kill people, but definitely involved in some sort of way of having knowledge that they need to kind of be cautious of and kind of take away. So I just wonder how exactly this family is involved, who's heading this whole operation, how exactly things are happening. And I'm assuming this is where they get a lot of their wealth and stuff from, being involved in certain shit like this. This is where we get the bait and the switch of the phone and who exactly it is with the guy running away. And then this is what I meant by like a really cool moment again, with us having this trauma almost of seeing these two together and constantly being like, I can't leave them alone because something like this might happen again, and then being very cautious of like those situations, right? So, oh shit, I gotta stay just in case if stuff happens. Really cool how we're kind of playing with his mental in a way there, and how we're doing it. And then we fucking kill him and drop him on a car. It's just fucking wild. Fun sequence again for the ED. Really, really good visually. And I don't know if there's like real significance or reference like regarding this one. Even the OP as well. I mean, I never do a good job of picking that stuff up. I don't like knowing too much, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. And then we get left through there. That was a great opening, I would say, to this season. I see no episode 2 is out. I do see that. I don't have time today though. I have to go now. So that won't be happening until tomorrow. So just wait another day, and that one will definitely be up. Excited very much to see the direction that we're going to choose to head for the most part of this season. Like I said, don't think we're going to focus as much the way that we did in the first season of these different stories and there's different timelines and stuff that we're kind of going between to help other people and do jobs and stuff. I think a lot of it is just going to be strictly focused on the situation that can kind of occur here with the other villain and stuff that we're trying to go against in a way. I'm excited to see kind of how they approach that and really go after it. Maybe it will kind of go back to normal in a way, but then he's going to kind of fuck around with us and play, into these situations and really kind of mess things up more than they already were. But I'm interested to see the way that they go with that. I really do think that we're going to get more explanation on the powers, how exactly they work, where exactly they originated from, backstory and stuff like that occurring. I really do think that that's stuff that'll be focused on here, because we're going to have to pinpoint how exactly this guy got his power, because he is similar to us in a way. So we have to figure out exactly where this originated from. So we have to figure out where we got ours from and figure out if he's somebody else that we've been in contact with before that we know, whether it's somebody who's primarily in this storyline that we already know and we just haven't really picked up on it, whether it's somebody who hasn't been introduced but our main characters know because they've met him before when they obtain their stuff. Or maybe it's just literally somebody random who actually knows, but I'm assuming there's a connection some sort of way, and we have to explore that at some point. So it has to be, I feel like, this season. And I just hope that we get some good development regarding like backstory, but also development of characters being able to become more useful and actually be involved more. Because I felt like outside of like Emma and the black-haired guy, we don't really have any real like past and development and stuff regarding these characters besides what's on the surface, really. And I would like to get a little bit more, because I think that was the biggest flaw, in my opinion, with the first season, was the lack of actual like building strong foundations for who each character is. While we do have like some things in the present line of exactly things happen, how exactly they became the person they are, or the way that they feel about like certain other things outside of this job or whatever, I think are like big factors for us to really see the motivations for the things that we do and why we do what we do. And we haven't really gotten that. So I would like to kind of get a bit more into that here. Thank you very much. If you joined all the way here, are you excited for the rest of the season and anything else? Please though, leave any comments about this episode, the series, the season, expectations, hopes, predictions, literally anything. I'd love to read them and kind of see what you got to say. I will be back for episode 2 probably tomorrow, and then I think, unless they're doing like 2 a week, but I don't think that's the case, this is probably just some situation where they're like, these would work better together. I don't know the case. Anyways, if that's the case, I'll be here for 2 more. If not, I'll be here for 1 more. So that'll be sometime soon, hopefully. Thank you very much once again for watching. If you liked it, I'll hit the like and subscribe. They do mean a lot to me. And I'll be back for episode 2 soon. You guys have a good one. See ya.